Manchester United then take on West Ham in the FA Cup quarter-finals for a place at Wembley in the semi-final. Now, obviously, we're in horrendous form. We have been off and on for most of the season, and we're going to this game looking to take our attention away from that top four chances and getting a Champions League place in the Europa League. West Ham, on the other hand, are in contrasting form. Really good form from West Ham. Really playing well this season. Had a fantastic season under Slaven Bilic. The last three games they've won in the league, and they're really on the up. They're above us now in the Barclays Premier League, so that's going to give them a lot of confidence going into this game. Now, I would expect a couple of changes in this match, but to be honest, I don't think much is going to change between now and the end of the season, because the personnel are what we've got to do with, and I just don't think the players that we've currently got are good enough to turn this around and to do much this season. But still, this is a chance to win a trophy this season, even if we don't finish in that Champions League place, which looks really bleak now. It is a chance to at least salvage some sort of pride and win the FA Cup, because there are a few decent teams left in it: Everton, Arsenal, Chelsea and West Ham. But you never know, on your given day you can get a lucky goal, a lucky win and scrape through. We've seen Wigan, we've seen Cardiff, we've seen Portsmouth get to cup finals, Millwall in recent years, in the last 10-15 years, who haven't been top teams, and they've got there through a bit of luck, the luck of the draw and whatnot. So Manchester United can go into this with a bit of confidence that they've got a home tie at the least. So all the time when you get the draw, you want to get a home draw in the FA Cup. Now, Manchester United, obviously, as I said, probably going to make some changes in this tie. Obviously, David De Gea will be in goal. I think there might be a change at centre-back for this game. Daley Blind's played a lot of football lately, and I'm expecting him to be taken out of the team, rested for this game. I'm hoping to see Fosu Mensah get a run out in this game. He heard a lot of praise from a lot of people for him. Haven't seen too much of him besides the few minutes he got some minutes against Watford and that, and looked really decent for me. So I would like to see him start centre half alongside Chris Smalling. The only other option they could put is Rojo to centre back and put Camworth Borthwick Jackson at left back, but I don't think he's fit at the moment, so it'll be Rojo at left back and Varela at right back for me. I think we're going to see the midfield come back into play for this game. Bastian Schweinsteiger has been out a while. Hopefully his experience can help Manchester United get through this game, because this is going to be a really difficult game against West Ham, who I would think would go into this game as slight favourites, even though it's at Old Trafford. They're playing really well this season. So the midfield I would expect to come back in for this game. Carrick has been up and down and gave away a poor goal for that second goal for Liverpool. Really should have cleared his lines in that game. Now, obviously, the tactics in that second half, I just don't know what Louis van Gaal was doing, even though we did start a little bit better in that second half. But Michael Carrick really was to blame in that instant. Now, on the wings, it's going to be interesting to see what he does. I think he will go with Jesse Lingard and Memphis Depay on either side. Not the biggest fan of Jesse Lingard. I think he's more of a squad man than a first-team regular. But I think he will come back into the team after being suspended for the Liverpool game. Obviously, further forward is the problem, where we've got Juan Mata out, suspended, and Pereira played, I think, for the under-21s against Liverpool this evening. If he played the full 90 minutes, then he will not be put in the squad for this game. He hasn't been given a chance hardly at all this season, which has been disappointing. A lot of fans want to see him given a run out in the team at some point. But I think he's going to go for Fellaini in that number 10 role. Personally, I would go for Herrera. I think he played well against Everton earlier in the season in that number 10 role. We haven't really seen him in that number 10 role a lot, because recently Juan Mata's been given that role. Now, I would put Martial up front. I mean, he was feeding on scraps against Liverpool, and I think he needs to get his shooting boots back on, because the goals really have dried up in the last three games. Only that Juan Mata free kick that we've scored. But I think this game's going to be where Marcus Rashford is given a break. Now, he played out wide, Marcus Rashford, against Liverpool and ended up almost in a right-back position. Now, the tactics are awful from Louis van Gaal, but to be honest, I don't think he's actually... I know it's his fault. He should have sorted this out in the summer, but I don't think he's actually got the personnel. And to be honest, I think he is literally running out of ideas of what to do at Manchester United now. the players that we have at this disposal just are not Manchester United quality at this moment in time. Some of them still young, good prospects, but not enough quality. Certainly, this is the poorest Manchester United team I've ever seen in my life. If Martial had been an addition to a quality signing, you know, a Gareth Bale, Thomas Muller, a Dybala, Harry Kane, Lukaku, someone of that ilk, then it wouldn't have been a problem. But because he was the main man coming in at 20 years old, it just isn't enough considering the squad that we had. I mean, if we had a Barcelona type squad, a Real Madrid or a Bayern Munich type squad, it wouldn't have been a problem. He could have just come into the team as an addition and wouldn't have had to play 90 minutes every single game for Manchester United, which is a bit disappointing because I don't think he should at his age. Now, West Ham, obviously, as I've said, are a really good side. Their main man, Dimitri Payet, has got to be a player that the likes of Chris Smalling and whoever plays alongside him at the centre-back, and Rojo and Varela have really got to keep an eye on in that back four, because he is a player that can score a goal. He's really, really good player this season, and potentially one of the player of the year in the Premier League this year. Will certainly be on the candidate list for player of the year. Obviously, there's other players. Sakho's coming back. They've got Enner Valencia. They've got some really good players in that team. They play really good football. The only good thing is West Ham in the Premier League have let a decent amount of goals in this season, although they've scored a hell of a lot more than Manchester United. So that's the only thing I'm hoping that we can get out West Ham's defence. Hopefully we can score goals, because even in the last round, Blackburn did score against their goalkeeper, and I thought the goalkeeper maybe possibly should have saved it. So I don't know, West Ham could make one or two changes because they are fighting for them European spots. Potentially could still be a dark horse in that race for the top four spot. I don't think they're going to get it, West Ham, but potentially it could be a shocking, and they could still get it. So hopefully they may rest one or two players, because it is away at Old Trafford. Hopefully the atmosphere will be great. Hopefully Manchester United can get over the line, because if we don't do it in this first game, if we have to take it to a replay, Upton Park, really hard place to go and play, I wouldn't fancy our chances. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get the victory in this game. I think West Ham's quality will shine through. I think West Ham are going to win the game 2-1. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think maybe this game could be, if Manchester United win the game, do you think it could be that boost going to Wembley? Fans really be behind Manchester United, the potential of a cup final on the horizon. Do you think it could give us that boost and maybe get that fourth spot, or maybe kick on and give us that boost going into that Liverpool game and do the impossible and maybe get a Champions League spot this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.